Hey guys, welcome to the Cinnabounce. Today I'll be walking you through how my team did in round 11. And let's just say, look, there was a big mistake that was made. I was initially going to go VC on Sicily. I didn't do that. Changed my mind. I went with someone who I was very bullish on, and it still went okay. We've moved up the ranks once again. Just giving everybody a heads up, just giving them a head start, and we're coming with a wet sail. This is how I did. Let's have a look. 2390, a top 4% score. Can't complain with that whatsoever. We've moved up another 1.5K spots, and now we're up to rank 5,368. Jeez, I keep mentioning it. Was at 86K once upon a time. Now just shy of the top 5K. We're coming, and we're now in the buy rounds where the magic happens. But before that, we'll have a look and see how my team did, where the scores came from. Yes, Sicily with a 172. That was huge. Absolutely ridiculous. Best game. He was so good, he gave himself a day off for this week. He's absolutely killed it. Sensational work by Sicily. Dawson with a 120. Back to what he's capable of showing us. Stewart was my VC, as you guys can see. I projected that he was going to go 140. I called that he was going to go 140, and that's what he did. 138, basically a 140. So really happy with Tom Stewart, and it came at clutch time because then the news came out very soon afterwards that O'Neill was back for the Eagles, and it's like, oh no, be careful about the Zach Merritt captain. And it turned out that it really was because he only scored a 110 compared to everybody else. So yeah, Stewart, terrific job, 138. Dacos, 124. Mate, the kid's a gun, and he's definitely going to be my VC this week against West Coast. Oh my god, Zeeble with a 71. He started off doing well, and then he really just died out, unfortunately, like the rest of the back line. Collingwood had very controlled ball movement moving forward. They were able to pinpoint their way through with sensational efficiency, which really nullified Zeebel's ability to seagull it up. And Aaron Hall is in the side, and he's being a pain in the butt for his scoring as well. So it's not only being a pain in the butt for Zeebel, it's also being a pain in the butt for Sheasel, who's also only scored a 79 this week. So like now all of a sudden his position in the team is calling into question Sheasel's capability. But we know with Aaron Hall, he's always a one bad sprint effort or kick away from doing another hammy. As you can see, I was looping between Mitchell and Wilmot. I saw with Mitchell score a 69. I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking the risk. I'm definitely happy with the 69. Glad I did. Save myself 40 points there. And also, while I'm talking about loopholes, I also loopholed between Chandler and Ryan. And I saw Chandler, Drury here, and I saw Chandler score a 31. I'm like, surely Ryan beats that. And he did, by 8 points. So the loopholing definitely did his job this week. Bontempelli 124, which is really actually pretty good for a game where they lost and they were playing in Cairns with non-ideal conditions. So a 124 for Bontempelli. The guy's a superstar. Super happy to own him. Rory Laird, he did what we expected him to do. He's just a tackler freak. I sort of waited for this review to come out today for a Tuesday to see what happens with the news with Laird's suspension, and he's off. He's been freed. Yes. So we get Rory Laird this week. Sensational. Super awesome. Zachy Merritt 110. Look, we just did what we needed to do, really, against the Eagles, and he had his thing, but he really allowed Nick Martin to shine and just do his thing. Connor Rosie with a 111. Well done. He's doing really well for us. That's why we picked him at the start of the year. He's averaging 106.7. Tom Green with another 95. Look, this guy, you can't knock him. You cannot knock Tom Green for what we paid for him at the start of the year. The fact that he's only moved 38K just goes to show how consistent he is in terms of his scoring. Like, seriously, he has not given us a single stinker. Now, I say that, and I'm going to jinx the man, but I just have nothing but respect for this man. The lowest he's ever given us is a 95. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of players out there who have given us a lot worse than Tom Green. So well done, Tommy. You're a gun, mate. And you're averaging 110 for the year, which is sensational. Will Day, back-to-back 74s. I knew I shouldn't have picked him. But look, he had 101 Dream Team to 74, so he had a terrible ratio. Surely you'd expect, as long as the roll is there, which it appears to be, then the scoring should come in turn. He's just been maybe a bit unlucky. Ashcroft with a 52. Look, outside of the Gabba, he forgets what football looks like. But look, 52, it's not a bad score. He was on track for a lot worse earlier in the game, that's for sure. So, look, Ashcroft, thanks very much. You've gone up to now 420k. That's ridiculously good. Bailey Humphrey was the guy we traded in last week. I would not have been surprised if he finished on 60, and he was pretty close to it come the end of the game. But that clutch goal in the boundary gave him like 30 points worth of scoring, and I'm happy about that. I'm really happy with this. Bailey Humphrey, he goes to show that it was worth trading him in. His break even is still 11, and he went up 65k for us this week. So it's looking good. And against mids, Adelaide are the 13th worst team in the comp when it comes to giving up points to mids. So yeah, Bailey Humphrey, sensational, got the great buy. Oscar Baker with a 78. Mate, where did this come from? Where did this come from, Oscar? I'm so glad you've done it. You've got the last buy, and now you've brought your break even down to 37. So this is excellent. I can get a bit more scoring from you, a bit more money from you before I offload you. Well done, Oscar. Chincotta, I fully expect you to be back this week with the carnage over there at Carlton. Matty Johnson with a 72. Look what happens when you let this kid play the game and not be the sub. He gives you 72 points. So well done, Matty Johnson. Very happy for you, mate. Some more cash to be made from you. Marshall with a 98 and Gorn with a 98. Terrific. Sensational. Look at my rucks. Look at my ruck line. They are so bad. And what's even worse, Gorn, 34.9% forward status. He missed out on forward by 0.1%. And that really hurts. It really, really hurts because it could have opened up so much flexibility and terrific plays. But look, you take it and you move on. It is what it is. Neither of them are really killing it, to be honest. The Hawks did really well nullifying Marshall, and Gorn just does not appear to be that guy. He is not him with Grundy in the side. Yeah, it's rough. And not only is he not scoring as high as he normally would have, he's also not getting forward status. Dunkley 146. Yo, this dude, terrific score. If you roll the dice on him as the captain, that would have been a terrific, even better than Tommy Stewart. But yeah, Dunkley is Dunkley. He's killing it. Taranto is Taranto. Like he's had a terrific month of football. Great performance for someone who reportedly was very stung and harmed and really hurt with the news of Dimmer Hardwick stepping away. And he did a terrific job. I mean, he's got a 3-round average of 118, a 5-round average of 122. You know what I mean? Like, he's done a terrific job with some terrific scores. He had back-to-back 140s and then a 120 roughly, just under 100, another 120. This one's almost got 150. So, yeah, Timmy T, sensational. Great starting pickup. Errol Goulden down to 93. I mentioned that he was up against a tough opposition in Carlton, so he wouldn't be the one that I'd be looking to jump on as a VC. He started off super hot. Obviously, he had a goal in that first quarter, which inflated his score. But yeah, this is sort of what I was expecting that we would get from Errol Goulden, which is why I didn't recommend him to people. Cogs with an 87. Cogs is so annoying. Like, you'd expect him to score better with no Kelly in the side. And you look at his stats, another 26 disposal game with 3 marks and 5 tackles. You know what I mean? Like a behind, then he had that clutch score assist in the end. He could have kicked it himself and given us even more points rather than just a score assist. But yeah, you look at the amount of ball he accumulates and he's just not translating into high scoring. It sucks. It's annoying. It is what it is. Shazel, I don't like this new role that he's playing with. Please bring back Clarko. then the news came out that the investigation and the racism probe is that's it. It's gonna stop. They're not gonna go ahead with it. They're gonna end it. So please just bring back Clarko so that he can play Sheasel off halfback like he was doing beforehand. I don't like this Sheasel new mid/forward role. Obviously, it could provide a lot more for his team. But for us super coaches, we need him in the back line for him to score for us. I think he's an assess. You got to wait and see. I think, and if he's maintaining that role, he's a flip. I think at his bye, Samson Ryan 39 and Chandler 31. Both of these dudes not doing well. Both of them subbed out. It's almost like they're telling me, Joe, cheers, mate. We made you your money. We've made you heaps of money, and we've netted you a lot of points on field. It's time to cull us. So that's probably what I will be doing. I think it's high time I trade these guys out. And who do I trade them out to? Look, I'm thinking that there are a couple of players who are absolute must-haves this week, and that they are Kieran Briggs and Eddie Ford. I think these two guys are absolute must-haves. You need, especially when you look at Briggs. He's going to make so much money so quickly. It's ridiculous. So Briggs going to come in. He's solo rucking. You know, he's got an average of 105 for someone at 250k. That's ridiculous. It's terrific. And I'll also bring in Eddie Ford. Who my third player is? I'm going to use 3. It's been so long since I've last had 3 trades. And I do want to use a third trade. And I'm thinking it's going to be Darcy Wilmot, who does have the bye this week and also just seems to have a really bad role now that Rich is back. He only scored a 29, which is really bad. So obviously his cash gen has well and truly stalled as well. So I'm thinking it's going to probably be a Darcy Wilmot. And who do I get? I'll have 674k in the bank to do so. That's a lot of money that I have to work with. I haven't fully decided who it is, to be completely honest with you. I could send Will Day back. And because I guess what I'm sort of trying to think about is my finished team. I still have to have, if Day is a keeper, then the back line is finished. I do need a forward. But I do have Rosie here. So when I bring Rosie here, then my forward line is technically finished also. So I still have to bring in 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still have 4 midfielders that I want to bring in. And one of them is Oliver. One of them I think is a Neil or a Mills when he comes back from injury, when he does that. And then it's probably either one of Brayshaw or Sarong. Now, I may forego Mills and just bring in both Sarong and Brayshaw. And so I'll basically be handcuffing myself to both of them to ensure that I get the Freo Docker who pops off the most, essentially. So that's basically where I'm at the moment. I can't, I haven't fully cemented which one that I am going to be trading in this week. So look, I'll just do this for now. I'll let you guys know later in the week in one of the streams what I do decide to go with. It's been really busy. I've had a really busy couple of days, and I haven't fully cemented exactly who I'm going to be trading in. But I suppose I can show you though when it comes to the buy structure for this week. Sicily is going to be suspended, so I might as well just put him on the bench. Seamus Mitchell will be playing, which is excellent, so he can play. Constable, we know he's never going to play. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Baker will play 11, 12, 13. I might as well just actually put Chincote there because he'll play. So that's a full back line, 6, a full midfield of 8. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, That's 20. So I've got 20 players playing this week, which is sensational. Next week is not going to be a problem for anybody. And then the following week, it's not too bad. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm going to be trading Ashcroft out next week, perhaps. But how many primos am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6, 7. So 7 premiums will be missing in round 14, which isn't the worst. And then round 15, I'll be missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think she's will maybe a flip that week as well. So, look, I don't think I'm in the worst situation coming through these buys. I will be, obviously, my trade situation is really low, and I'm going to have next to no trades left coming out of the buys. But I think my team will be in a really strong position moving forward. So, yeah, thanks, guys, for watching. This was my team review and where I'm situated at. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Fight M&D Big Freeze 9 beanie. Guys, let's fight the beast together. We've got some inspirational people, especially Neil Danaher, who's putting in the hard fight. You can see him; he's degenerating over time, and yet he's not stopping the fight. So, guys, if you can, wherever, if it's online, if it's at your Coles or Woolies, wherever you can find your beanie, it's not for the look. As admittedly, it looks really cool. I like it a lot. But it's for a good cause. So please, guys, let's rally around it. Let's try and raise money and try and help fight against motor neurone disease. So, guys, yes, thank you so much for watching. Stick around, because we do have some more videos and, of course, our normal streams to come. So remember, guys, hit the center bounce. We do the hard work so you don't have to. Bye for now.